Hey everyone, welcome to A Court of Books and Drama.
The podcast where three friends talk about the books we love,
friendships, and all the plot twists in life.
We're your hosts, the Crescentless Dragons.
So grab your favorite drink.
We got our Alanis.
And let's get into today's episode.
Episode, we're talking all things friendship. What makes a good friend? What are the challenges you face? And what should you do and not do
In a friendship.
Yeah. With today's episode. First, do you want to go?
Guys,
our Disney shirts.
our Disney shirts from our trip.
A little different than our book merch you guys are usually seeing us wear.
Cool, we're chilling.
Today is inspired by Disney.
Our first,
This past summer, we took a girls trip. I think we've talked about it a little bit before. And we went on a Disney girls trip. And Jennifer got to learn just how Disney we Disney.
she had no idea.
No, it was fun.
It was
really
fun.
It was a fun trip, a great bonding.
Now you know for next time.
Yeah.
She's prepared. Be prepared.
Oh, I've literally only been to Disney once with Vinny, and when Vinny was 3.
Twice.
You know,
But you hadn't been without kids either, right?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
I did for my birthday, remember?
Oh, yeah, you went,
But when me and Roman went that one day, it freaking poured and it rained.
Oh no.
But I feel like it's different when you go with girls. You know what I mean? Because we were just la 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 la.
Yeah. But even when we and Norman went and it was just us with kids, it's just so different. Because you're doing what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for us, it's we like to do the rides and stuff, but we also like to stop and watch the parades, and we're foodies, so we like to go and they had the wine and food festival going when we went. So we got to try the different foods and the different drinks and things like that. So it's just a different atmosphere when you don't have to be a parent. You know what I mean? But I did die when I went with him. I fainted. That's when I knew I had low iron, guys. Spider-Man in the line, shivering. And the next thing you know,
She was down. I hit the ground with the audio. I hit the ground.
I hit the ground. Don't think that stopped me. I went back and I warmed up and I went right back at it.
Heck yeah.
After my husband made me take a nap.
You're so brave.
Yeah, dude. She fell, she got right back up. Heck yeah. And that's the kind of friend you need. I'm just kidding.
We went back to Disney. Didn't stop me. So that's what we wanted to get something to remember our girls trip. We have our pictures and our TikToks we did, but we also wanted to get a little
Reminder,
keepsake that we could always have and wear together. And especially we work at an elementary school, so we have dress up days. And Disney's one of them. So then we all get to match and wear our Disney shirts. So.
And then when they asked, we're we went on a Disney trip together.
Okay, so that's about the background story on our shirts.
Okay, so we're gonna get started. We're gonna deep dive into.
We're about to dive in. What defines a good friend? When you think of that's a really good friend, what comes to mind?
I think a friend that listens and remembers things about you. That's no. You're a good friend. You listen and you remember things, and I just
Main
think
things, important things. You remember those little details that some people, acquaintance, wouldn't know.
Yeah. Oh, and follow up questions. They show that they're interested in conversations that you guys are having. I think that's really important. Someone that's loyal, but how do you know they're loyal? You know?
Oh,
Yeah. I feel like loyalty does play a lot of
and a good friend,
And so does I feel honesty as well. You know what I mean? Because I feel you can feel the vibes too of people.
But that's the friend you want. If you want that friend that's if I'm does this look good? I don't want a friend that's no, it's cute, and you know damn well it ain't cute. You better say, ooh, girl, no.
Tell me not
a true
change.
friend's gonna tell me no. Or
let's try something else. Or
right.
Let's do.
Or I remember the other day, it was so funny. I was, I don't know where I went. I was with friends, and I came home, or Norman picked me up, and I did something, and I noticed I had black right here on my face. So I pulled the mirror down, and I was oh my gosh, I had a black spot on my face this whole time. And I was and these bitches didn't tell me anything. And he goes, that's how you know they're not true friends, right? Because a true friend's gonna be hey, you have something right here, or you have something here, or you have something in your teeth. You know, people that just sit there and talk to you and looking at you, and they see obviously something's on her face and don't say shit.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
What do you tell her? I'm just kidding.
But
It wasn't us, right?
no, it wasn't.
I was like, is she calling us out?
I'm like, I don't think her husband's picked her up. We've been hanging
I know, like, no.
No, Jennifer's usually. It's usually me and Jennifer. Jennifer's still like, I'm good. It's not me.
No, okay, this didn't happen with us.
I know, like, it's not
No, but things like that. And I think a friend that you should be able to like communicate to.
Oh, she put the cards down. Oh my
A
god.
good friend is someone that you're able to vent to
Yeah.
and talk to without them going back and backstabbing you in your back and telling that other person. Especially when they've laid that line down and said, I'm coming to you as a friend.
Yeah.
If that's you, no matter how good you think you're a good person, let me tell you right now, sweetie pie, you're not. A friend, you should be able to, I should be able to come to you and be like, hey, I'm coming to you as a friend. What do you feel about this?
But also, though, I don't even feel if they're a good friend, you shouldn't even have to be like, as a friend, I'm coming to you. Like,
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
should
like you
just-
should
it's
know.
automatic.
Like, it just doesn't
100%,
leave.
100%.
Like, especially if you're like a good friend with somebody and like
You've known them
they
for
have
years,
other
yeah.
friends, like you don't expect them like
To
your
go
good
back and
friend
backstab, yeah.
to tell their people. Like, you shouldn't
Yeah.
have to express like this is a friend thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it should just like
You shouldn't, but it's sad that
sometimes
Now you do, yeah.
you do.
Because I feel like people don't
You
take
know
it
what?
as serious, anymore. Like,
They don't, and I think the one thing that I have learned, and I'm a very social person. Like, I love hanging out, talking, and getting to meet new people. And my husband has always been like, Marcy, not everyone that you think is your friend is your friend. And like with me, I'm
Yeah.
like, but they are. I'm that gullible, like, but they are.
me.
And then like when something happens, he's like,
Kinda
I'm
like,
sorry that happened
yeah.
to you, but like I try to tell you, like, not everyone is your friend.
Like, don't be that trusting kind of thing. Yeah.
And the one thing that I have learned is that people will say they're your friends, but it's more like they use you for a time and a season. So in
yep.
that time and in that season, you have something that I'm going to benefit from me being your friend.
yeah.
And then once I get what I want and I have that, then you see the shadiness and like that pullback. It's not even, what is it called? Not even that, like natural, like moving away or like separating.
Drifting apart.
Yeah.
apart.
It's like you got what you wanted and then you're like, out.
Right. And like to me, I
Yeah.
feel like, and that's,
And there's a difference because sometimes you do have friends and the friends that you just kind of like
Drift off.
yeah, and it's not that you guys had a falling out. It's kind of just more like life is happening and like
But see, I
unfortunately
feel
you don't
like I
talk
have-
to people.
It's kind of like you outgrow in a way, like you know what I mean, like you're
but
in a
there's
new
nothing
area.
wrong with like
Yeah.
you guys didn't have a falling out.
No, and with that, what I could say is I have a lot of those friends that
Yeah.
we've just drifted apart, right?
But you
because
can still-
but we still
how you doing?
like
Check
if we
in.
see each other out,
Yeah,
we'll be like, hey, how are you? Oh my gosh, or social media, like
you're just like,
you see
yeah.
like their kids growing up and like
Yeah.
your kids are growing up, and then you like message them like congratulations or oh my gosh, your kids are so big. Like you still have those little interactions,
Yeah, there's
right?
like no animosity or anything like that.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But you're not going out and stuff like you maybe like you used to, but you're still like cordial.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're still like dude, life has gotten busy. Like maybe they had to move far away and like you guys don't get to speak because you guys are in different time zones or things like that. Like that right there, that's understandable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To like drift apart and like life happens and you grow and things like that.
Yeah, but no, it's like you should trust your friends with what they tell you. There's no need for you to be like walking on eggshells with a friend, because if you have that like, oh, if I tell her this, like I don't know what she's gonna do, what she's gonna say. If you're already thinking like that, then they're not your friends. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like your body and like you kind of feel that way towards people, and if you do, I feel like you probably shouldn't say anything
100%.
else. Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel. What about like, I feel like we kind of just tied all this up in those little things,
Yeah.
like childhood friends, right? Like you drift apart and stuff. The challenges of making friends as an adult. I felt like I had a harder time when I was younger making friends than I do as an adult. I feel like I make friends easily as an adult.
But keeping them. Like, I feel like
Keeping them.
keeping them. But
Keeping them, I feel like, is
but
the biggest
I don't
challenge.
mean like keeping them like, oh, it's going to be hard for us to keep. It's like, it's at the end of the day, it's like, you have to give and take as well. You know what I mean? Like, it comes from both
It's
sides.
just like a relationship.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. You got to put in the work as a friend, and so does the
And
other
vice versa,
person.
yeah.
I can't show up for you all the time and be there for you and hold your hand in your darkest moments, and you're not there for me in my
I need
darkest
you, yeah.
moments. It's vice versa if it's happy things, right? If I'm showing up in your happy moments and, you know, inviting you to all of my happy things, but it's not being reciprocated
yeah.
back, like, it's a two-way street. Like, you have to meet me halfway, you know? And I feel like that's where a lot of relationships
or friendship, because I feel like it's also like the fact, like, let's say you are the one that's like inviting and doing all this stuff and whatever, right? But then it's like they're not putting, the other person's not putting as much effort into the friendship, and then eventually you get to the point where you're like, I'm done, like, you know what I mean? So then you kind of start giving them back what they're giving you, like, not in a bad way, like,
They
you're
don't
not
like it,
doing it on
but they
purpose,
don't like it.
but like you're giving them back like the same level they're giving you, and yeah, and they don't like it.
the cat's
the cat.
drinking in the pool.
I'm sorry, Cincy.
Sorry, guys, there's a cat just taking a little water break.
But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's
I love him. I want to take him home.
Can we just pause for a minute and watch the
Fuck
cat?
the cat, like, look that out, like. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the moment you start giving them exactly what they've been giving you, there's an issue, there's a problem now. And it's not, it's like, wait, you were doing this to me.
You're the bad person.
And now now I'm the villain
Yeah.
because I'm giving you the same amount of energy. You know what I mean? Like,
Chilling.
like it's like villain.
Yeah.
Like, you treat others how you want to be treated. That's like what I was always told, but it's not like that. Like, I've treated people way better, and then it wasn't returned, and then the moment I'm kind of like, okay, like, I'm not going to put that much effort into this friendship because I'm not getting that effort back, then it's like, now I'm an issue, now I'm a villain, now I'm a problem. And it's like, dude, like, where were you at when I was putting all that effort and you weren't there?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, going back to that, I just kind of feel like I have a harder time making friends with as an adult than I did as a child. As a child, I would make friends easier than now. Now it's just like getting in my head too much, and I overthink, and I think it's just like trauma from past like friendships that I've had, where now I'm going into a friendship and I'm like, you know, almost like I didn't even want to make friends for a very long time because I was just tired of like
All the drama and
just
all
getting
the,
like disappointed or
Yeah.
like just feeling like, because when you lose a friend, it's like a breakup.
It is.
yeah,
And it hurts. Like, you feel
It
kind of
sucks.
sad, and you have your partner with you, and you know, like, I have my son and everything, but it still sucks. Like, it's almost like you lose
Because
somebody
it's a
that
different,
used to.
it's a different feeling
It's a
from a
different level, like-
relationship, right? Like,
'cause
you
I
have
feel
your
like-
husband, your
yeah.
boyfriend, your significant other, you talk
family,
to them-
friends, and stuff like that.
You talk to them, your spouse and stuff, about things, right? You go to them about things, but then there's some things that you're like, he's not going to understand where I'm coming from. She's going to understand where
Yeah.
I'm coming from. So when you don't have that person that you used to have, it's different, right? Because it's like, and then you're like, okay, well, like, I need to get this off my chest, so I'm going to talk to my spouse about it. And then when their reaction is just like
like a guy who
really?
really? Reaction, yeah.
you know, then it makes you mad, and then like that causes issues in your relationship, right? Because like, that's not what I wanted you to say.
Yeah, or sometimes
know?
like you just want to vent, and your partner wants to fix it, and you're just
Yes.
like, no, but I just wanted to vent.
Yeah.
I just
Like,
wanted to say,
yeah,
something.
they don't
Thanks
get
for the
that,
advice,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is,
yeah.
I
Just
just
let me
needed to spill it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. No, and I get that. And then I feel like it's hard. Like, we all know, like, I have a pretty busy schedule. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty like booked and busy. How do you feel like you stay connected when you have that other person is so busy? Like, how do you make sure like to check in and stuff? I feel like we do a pretty good
Yeah.
job, though, even like if it's just a text throughout the day and stuff, or like if one of us are going through something and we know it, like, we're really good about
Yeah.
making sure, like, even though like if I'm super busy or something, I'm like, okay, I know I need to ask her, like, how did this go today? If she said, you know, like if you said you had an appointment or something, or vice versa,
Yeah.
you know, we're really good at being like, oh, how did this go? Or like, my trip to Florida. Like, hey, did you make it to the airport? Like, you guys were really like checking in. Or, hey, did Aaliyah compete today? How was the competition? Like,
Yeah.
you know, and like I would see it if I was busy in that moment,
And we
I
get
would
it,
just,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
And that's the thing we get to, like, the difference is, like, you know, in the past there's been friends where it's like, if I don't text right away or if I took too long or whatever, it was like an issue. But like, dude, life happens. I
Happens.
get it. Like, I've been there. But that's why when you guys sometimes don't text back right away, or vice versa, I don't text right away, I know you guys aren't going to be like, why does she text me back? Like, right away, you know what I mean?
But I
and
feel
that
like
was the
we
thing.
always-
You were busy,
Yeah.
so I knew, oh, she's not going to reply right now. She's going to reply in a couple hours or whenever she has time. And then you would, and then it's like, okay, we text back.
But I always feel like we're really good at explaining things. Hey, I'm not ignoring you guys or anything. I'm just really busy. I have this and this.
Communicating.
Yeah,
You know, like
communicating.
we let them know. Or like I think one time like we had like a bunch of messages, and I think I had like a family event or something. So I was just go that day. And I remember finally sitting down and like reading all of them. And then like I was like, they're gonna be like, oh, she's replying now. She's free. And then I'm like liking and I'm laughing and I'm like going through each one and then responding and responding and responding. But it was never like, well, it
you
took
at?
you long
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like things like that. So I feel like when
we
you
all
have a
know,
friend that's
yeah.
super busy, like you have to be understanding. You have to know that like they're busy, especially if you know that if you're that close to that person, you know like their schedule and things like that. Oh, okay, they'll text me later, or like I think you even have text in the group chat one time like, hey Marcy, I know you're busy, but when you have a second, can you send me da 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 da? And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'll try to do it right now. You're like, no, when you have time.
Yeah.
You know, like you're understanding. Like I'm not asking for it now, but
Yeah, whenever
just to
you-
keep
yeah.
it in your mind, like if you can.
Because
when you
otherwise,
have
like, you forget.
Right.
And then I feel the same, like, because sometimes, like, if I get a text and then I overthink it, like, if it's like, oh, I need this from you, and then I overthink it, and then I go into, like, this whole, like, I feel like a car where it's like you're overheating, you know, and you can't keep
Yeah.
driving it. And so then me overthinking is, like, causes me to, like, just stop.
Yeah.
And, like, and then I can't do anything. So, like, that's why I want to always say, like, hey, I really don't need it right now. Like, whenever you guys are ready, because then I don't know, I feel a lot of pressure.
Don't feel
I
pressure, girl.
always overthink everything.
You didn't overthink our friendship, so we're fine.
Yeah.
No, but I kind of like, not that I overthought our friendship, but I overthought of like, did she like really want to be my friend? Like did she really, you know?
I feel like you think that a lot about us. So like when
Yeah,
we're
I
like, oh
do.
my gosh, you're so awesome. Some of you like, I feel like your face kind of tells it. Like I could see it. I'm like, she's really thinking like, is she telling me the truth or is this bitch just like editing?
No, I
She
do,
lied to me.
I do. And then like I just,
To my
like,
face.
every time like whenever like we would talk a little bit more, and then I always would go back to Oscar like later in the day, and I'm like, I think I have a friend. And I literally told him that like 4 times, guys, and I'm literally like, I think I have a friend, and he's like, didn't you already say that? I'm like, no, but like,
It's setting in.
but then like
It's
I
setting
say
in.
it, and then I'm just like, no, they have other friends. Like they have other friend groups, you know, like it's not.
And I want to touch base on that right there before like we like go off the scale. It's okay to have like
Other friends, yeah.
friends. So you have categories, right? You have like best friend, childhood friends from school. Then you have your work friends, and then you have your occasional friends that you go out and party with or do whatever. But I feel like some people just feel like if you're my friend, like that's it. Like with
You can't
us,
have friends.
no, but we can have friends.
My friends can't have more friends.
But what I'm saying, like,
But it's just jokes.
no. But that's
Okay, I'm not for real.
But like with us, I feel like you know how early when I was like, oh my friend, you're like, what friend? It's just
Yeah,
us.
like, what friend?
I
We're
knew
here.
you guys.
Was she talking about you?
I knew,
she talking about you?
I knew we were like joking and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Or like I see a post or something, and like, or if you're out or something, I think you guys had went. It was like you guys went like to the little pumpkin patch or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And I seen that post. I wasn't like, what the fuck? Why am I not there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you have friends for certain things. Like if you guys are taking a hike, you guys know like we're not calling Marcy. She's not going on a hike.
We did go on a hike. We're like,
We're not. Marcy's not doing the hiking thing. If they're gonna go out to eat and they don't invite me, then we have a problem, right? Because
we're gonna go out drinking. I'm just kidding.
I don't even drink.
I know that.
I know. So I was like, that would be like that would be a red flag right
But that
there.
would be
We're
the
going
red
out to
flag.
drink, and you're like,
Yeah.
where the fuck? Like, I'm the alcoholic here. You know?
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. Like posts like that when people see
Yeah.
posts and stuff, or like you'll get the oh I wasn't invited. And it's like, but you don't do that. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
invite you if we're going to a book thing. That's our thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna invite someone who doesn't read a book, like a book, or anything. So if you see a post and you're like, oh, cool invite, why would I invite you? You would be bored. You're not gonna bring down my vibe or something and be the Debbie Downer party pooper. Now, if you like that thing, then come at me and be like, you
Yeah,
didn't
no,
invite
yeah,
me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if it's something like that, like if we're really close and I had like a party for one of my kids and I didn't invite you, then you can say something to me. But then it's the same thing. Don't have a party and then I see it and then I'm not invited.
Yeah.
And then try to cover it up, especially when it's milestone parties.
Yeah.
Like big parties. Like, I'm going to invite you to anything I do. But don't get mad when I stop, because if I'm stopping, it's because you aren't doing the same thing.
Yeah. And I've had that problem in the past, like where I'm inviting and they're like not showing up. And I'm a person who, like, when I plan.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I haven't been at the last 2 farmers markets, but I have been.
No, you guys have things. No, that's not what I said it though. Past, like way back. Like
I know you have one tomorrow, but I'll be in Santa Cruz.
Then it goes back to like communicating, you know?
Right.
Like
But it's like, okay, but like with her, it's like obviously, yeah, like she has stuff. So I'm like,
I communicated to do it on a Sunday.
But in the past, it's been like these friends like have, like, I was inviting, and I'm like a planner, so I'm like, they're not telling me no, they're not telling me yes, so I'm expecting them like, oh, they're gonna come because I would, come as well. And so I'm buying all the like snacks and all the stuff and all the drinks and the the alcohol and everything, and then I'm like wasting over here like $100, and then none of them showed up, and like that was like different occasions, and I'm just kind of like, okay. And then
when you don't prepare for them, they show up, and then you're like, oh shoot, I don't have
they weren't showing up. And then it got to the point where it was like kind of like around this time, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do one more, I'm gonna invite them, and then after this, because I invited him for our birthday party too, didn't show up, didn't say anything, whatever, right? But it's fine. And then eventually I was like, okay, one more, and like if they don't, I'm done, that's it, like last straw. Like it was like a kind of like a test, I guess. And I did, and they didn't show up, and it was like, and it wasn't that they just didn't show up, it was like they were like, oh, we don't know what we're gonna do for that event that was happening. And I was like, okay. Texted them like, and that was like a month in advance. Texted them like a couple weeks after that, like 2 weeks into it, I'm like, hey, like, do you know if you're gonna come? And then they were like, I don't know yet. And then it was like a week, hey, like, just because I want to know, like,
hey, I need a head count. Yeah.
And nothing. It was the freaking day of. I'm gonna order pizza, and I'm like, hey, are you guys coming or like what? Because like I'm gonna order pizza and I need a head count. And they were still like, oh, I don't know if we're gonna do anything. You're telling me it's the freaking day of.
Like, you know what you're doing for that day.
Yeah, I was like, dude, okay, like whatever. And after that, I was like, done. And then eventually, I think it was like months later, like they were like saying like, oh, well, you just made new friends, and like I just thought like you didn't want us there. I'm like, dude, if I didn't want you there, why would I be inviting you to all these freaking events?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that makes no sense. Like take accountability. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like that's like a cop out though.
It
like,
is.
You know what? So what that I made new friends? How do you not know that I wanted my new friends to meet you because you're my oldest friends or my bestest friends? Like things like that. Like I think that's where it comes. Like you need to realize that it's okay to have different friend groups.
But it wasn't just that. It was like at that moment they were my only friend, and I didn't have any other friends. And then.
So they eventually showing up.
They were showing
now you
up,
have to
and
go
so then
talk
I
to other people.
Branched out a little and made new friends, and then all of a sudden there's an issue, and I'm like, dude, they weren't an issue. I made new friends because I didn't have any friends. Like, what the hell was the point? But I just feel like it was a lot that they. Like a lot, like you said, cop outs. A lot of cop out stuff that they said, like, oh, it was this person, or it was that person, or it was all these friends you had, and I'm like, I had nobody at all. Like it was just me and my brothers, or me and like my cousin, and they were getting mad later on because like they weren't getting invited because it's like mutual friends and stuff, and all like they were like, oh, we didn't get an invite, and I'm just like,
well, you weren't showing up for so long, so what made you think that you were going to get an invite after not showing up?
Exactly. And then I was like, you know what, I'm like, it's not worth it, I'm too grown for this. And I was like,
an end of an era. I'm not a Swiftie, but
I'm a Swiftie.
You are, but I'm not.
And then going back to that too, I think like I've thrown parties for, or I haven't thrown very many parties for my son, but I
was gonna say, you haven't thrown many parties.
No, I haven't, because
Since
every time because when I did like throw little parties, like I'm telling you guys, like, you know how you're saying it's okay to have different friend groups. I literally have no friends, like no friend groups. I don't have friend groups from elementary school because I moved. I don't have friends groups from high school because I got bullied. Okay.
I think the only friends groups that I have are like
your cheer,
some of my cheer, my infinite people. Elementary, I have acquaintance, like people that I still have on social media, right? That I see, and I'll be like, when it's their birthday, happy birthday, right? But we're not going out, we're not hanging out, nothing like that. High school, same thing. We every now and then on social media, right? But even like past jobs, like I worked at InShape for years, I still talk to a lot of them, but not every day, maybe like once
In a blue moon kind
in
of
a
thing.
blue
Yeah.
moon, or if I see them out, like I saw one of them, she works at Bath and Body, and I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. And she's like, oh my gosh, how are you? And when I left In Shape, I was pregnant with Jaden, and Jaden was with me at Bath and Body. And then she's like, is that your baby? And I was like, well, he's not my baby, because I had Ava, but you know. And I was like, but that's the one I was pregnant with. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's huge. Like,
Yeah,
he's so tall.
yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, but like, it's things like that. Like, you know, we're not going out for brunch or anything like that, but hey, how are you? Da, da, da. Like, if I said like friends that I go out with, to hang out with, eat, have drinks and things like that, it's right here.
Yeah.
You know, besides like my sisters, you know, like my sisters
family,
and stuff, or like my husband's family, like that's different. That's family. Like we'll do things like that. Me and my husband will go and try to do like a date night, or like, you know, and stuff like that. And it's so funny because like, to me, like, you know, we have kids and stuff. So when I say a date night, it probably looks different from then what other people's date nights are. Some people, they go to dinner and they go to that, which we will do. We do that every now and then, or we'll go to the casino, and we like to do that. But because we're so busy and we have 4 kids, a date for me is like, if we're going in the car together and we're going to Target for a Target run,
It's a date. Yeah.
I call it a date day. Date. Like, we're together, we're out and about, we're probably not doing what we want, but we're handling business, you know,
Yeah.
and things like that. But friend wise, like, yeah, honestly, like saying how you were saying, it's just
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yep.
even tonight we're going out, we're going to celebrate the end of the year. There is going to be someone else with us. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying she's not like a friend, but it's like, our circle is very small.
Yeah.
Which we've kind of had to,
You know.
learn the hard way. I think we've all had really like traumatic, like friend breakups.
Yeah. And I think some of them don't even know that the friend breakup is there.
That it happened.
Did it happen?
Yeah.
I think like they're oblivious to it.
Yeah. Okay, so what I was saying with Vinny's birthday. Okay, I invited like very few people that I know, and it kind of sucked when like they didn't show up for Vinny's birthday. And at the time, I'm like, cool, like, you know, I'm busy anyways. Like, I'm trying to like get the thing together. But then like at the I look at like the bigger picture, and I'm like, this is like I only have my one son, you know, and like even if I would have had like more kids, you know, you love your kids so much, and you want to make their day special. And I know like my friends are my friends, and they're not like his friends, but it was still a very like important milestone, you know.
To show up for you.
Yeah, to show up and just, like,
you're not
show
showing up for
support.
me. You're showing up for me, but you're also showing that you care about my
Because
child.
like nobody, like, I don't think you guys want to be in, like, us as grown-up people, like, we don't care to be at a kid's birthday party, you know.
But
Like,
if you're
it's not
inviting-
yeah, but it's not something like super fun. Like, if you're like,
No,
let's go out to get some drinks and whatever. Okay, it's so different. But I think what makes a good friend is you show up even to like the little boring events that mean probably nothing to you, but it means a lot to your friend. You know, because
But I think, and
That's
I,
not like a boring event. Like, if you're inviting me to your son's party,
I'm showing up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be there.
and I want a goodie bag, and I want to hit the pinata.
Yeah.
move, push all the kids out of the way. Me first.
But
Like, no, like that's not like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I feel
see,
like
that's what I would expect. Like, that's what I had thought. But then I was like, okay. Then I started thinking, well, if nobody showed up, it's probably because this is boring. It's boring. But then, like, once I actually started having friends, and like by friends I mean like you guys, and like you guys are excited for every little thing that I say, or like you guys show interest with Vinny, like. You got Vinny McDonald's, and he got like an award at school, and you got a McDonald's. I don't know. It's just like something like that. Like, it's just really nice, you know.
I always feel like he looks at me weird because I'll like see him in the hallway and stuff,
No.
and I'm always like, "Hey, Vinny," and he's
You
all,
wished
"Hi."
him a happy birthday.
Yeah,
And
like
it
if
meant,
anytime I
like-
see him like walking, I'll say like, "Hi," and when you said it was his birthday, so when I saw him, I was like, "Hi, Vinny, happy birthday!" But
Yeah.
then like I know he doesn't know me like that.
Yeah.
But like
he
he's
knows
like,
that we're friends, like, because he'll even be like, "Oh, your friend, you know, your friends." And then so I just think like when friends show interest in little things like that, or you know, like I think that makes a really great friend.
Yeah.
Because like even though you guys know Vinny and he gets really shy,
He does.
but like
He does.
it
He
meant
gets so
so
shy.
much to him. Like his birthday is
Well, and I
everything
think-
for a little kid, you know.
Yeah.
And I think going off of that, like when friends showing up for your kids and stuff, I can, yesterday, Ava graduated 5th grade. My baby's going to middle school. But like even when I walked her into the classroom yesterday and you had that basket, she was like, "That's all for me." And then like the
And
little
it wasn't
lei
like,
and
I
stuff.
mean, it wasn't a lot, but it was like, I know.
But for her, she was like,
But you
"I'm
were
not
talking
sharing
about, yeah,
any
you were
of
like,
this."
Yeah.
because you've talked in the past, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so obsessed with butter, like yellow right now, and like what, how to get her like and it's a girl, like lip gloss, so like
Oh,
it
she
had to
was
be
so
butter
excited.
yellow. And you know, like she likes chocolate, so I had to get her chocolate. And then
Yeah.
it was like you said recess, so I got her recess. She's you know into pink, so I was getting a little bit of things, and I know she's like a girl and it's like the whole face and everything. And I'm pretty sure she probably takes Aaliyah stuff, so
Oh,
there
yeah,
was some
she
little
does.
face mask stuff like that. And
Well,
I
that
wasn't
was
like
the
a
thing.
lot.
She was even going
but-
through and she's like, are these for your eyes? And I was like, oh yeah, it says eye patch. And then she showed me the butter lip glosses.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not sharing these. Like she
Yeah.
was very adamant on that.
So we're back. I'm just gonna. There's not gonna be like we've never left, huh? Ready for some scenarios?
Let's do it.
Okay, so these are friendship scenarios. So
scenarios.
if one of us got invited to a party and they started talking bad about the other ones that weren't invited, what do you do?
Punch their motherfucking teeth out. No, that's not the right answer. I would
Start a
kindly,
fight.
I would kindly ask
At
them
the end
to
of jail.
keep my friend's name
Out the fucking
out their motherfucking mouth. In my Kevin Hart voice. I think you need to scoot over. So
Just say you want me closer.
I was looking and I was like, you look a little out of frame.
I think I would literally like, okay, like, I don't know, guys, 'cause, like, I don't know if I've been in situations like that, but like, just like, okay, like,
I think you have to be okay with being confrontational.
like it's not like I would be like, shut the fuck up, you know, like,
Oh,
I don't know, I don't know, unless I
I
drank
feel
or
like
something.
you would though.
I think, I mean,
I think you would.
I feel like you would.
I feel like you would do it like respectfully. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and then like I literally like, I mean, I feel like I'd have to like tell you guys, obviously, like, hey, the fuck.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, why are you talking behind their backs? I'm like, I'll call them.
And
you
then
can tell them to
like
their face.
just, I feel like after that, like you don't. At least I wouldn't hang out with them anymore. You know,
No, I
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
either.
oh, what the
I'd
hell?
leave the party right after.
Like that's not.
I would say my piece and dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just like not. That would not sit well.
For me, I feel like if they're a friend and they were like talking about like you guys, right? And I feel like I would know them, that I would know some like not dirt, but I would know something that they did that are like it's like you should not be talking. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd be like, weren't you the one that da 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 da? I'm like, you shouldn't be saying anything about anybody.
Like call
Yeah.
them out on
Yeah,
their stuff.
and then be like, okay, well, this is
You have a freaking spider in your freaking hair. I thought it was a piece of like lint, and then I was moving.
it's not lit.
You were trying to become
See,
Spider-Man.
that's a good friend because I hate spiders.
I can tell what baby spiders, but and I only
I know
know,
I
that
can
from
do too,
yesterday because yesterday we encountered that big old black
Dude,
widow.
it was like this, like just like the body, and I was like, dude, I literally was like this. I was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, she couldn't stop talking about it the whole walk back
Dude,
to the
I
classroom
felt it
'cause
like-
she was like so grossed out by it.
I was. But yeah, and then I just like peace, and I just leave the party. But I call them out on their stuff and be like, you did da 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 da, like you should not be talking.
Yeah.
Like you know, like I'm like honestly, like respectfully, like I'm out because like no. And then I tell you guys, I'm like they said this. I'm like, if you want to throw hands, let's
Do
go.
you know what they said about
Let's slash their
you?
tires. I'm just.
And I think that's the one thing that, like, if you have the balls to talk shit about someone, when they confront you, you better be able to back that shit up.
Yeah.
Don't sit
And
there.
own up to it.
Yeah.
Like
That's
if you're
what- that's
gonna
what I'm
if you're gonna
saying.
talk shit and then you're like I didn't say nothing, ma'am.
Because that's
own
like
up
my
to
big,
it.
yeah.
That's
like,
so embarrassing. I feel like why
but
would you-
especially
Yeah.
when like, and it's the same thing. Like if I told you something and I know I only fucking told you,
Yeah.
and then someone comes back and says, "Hey,"
And Jennifer comes back
by
and
the
is like,
way,
"Hey."
was like, "Why would you say this about me?" Da da da. And I'm like, and you know, like I only said that
To that one
to
person.
that one person, and then you go to that person and it's like, I know you said it.
I'm like,
I didn't say anything. I know, like, your card's like
Yeah.
showing, like
Heck
jokes
no.
on you. You've been called out. Like own up to it.
Yeah.
You know, don't be a coward and hide behind him. Like, no, I have no idea what you're talking about. I would never. Like, but you did.
Yeah. No, I feel like a friendship. Like if you tell me something, it's staying with me and like to the grave.
Yeah.
Even if honestly, even if like you let's say like we drifted apart, or whatever, I still wouldn't say shit.
Yeah, no.
I know we never would because
She
you're
just
stuck
say
with
if
me.
we drifted apart.
No,
Who the fuck is drifting. You about to drift in that fucking pool.
The only time we drifted apart is if we're on floaties. But even then, we'll tie our floaties together. You ain't going far. Her body.
Just drifting. No, but you know what I mean. Like if like something, I don't want to finish anymore.
Okay. Fuck it.
What is that? The part from the ride in Pirates of the Caribbean? Dead man.
Dead man walking. She's like, yeah, they are Disney dorks.
But I love that for you guys.
For 2 out of the 3 of us, if you could, or if you would you be able to get drunk and let one of the other ones take care of you? Like, do you feel safe? Do you trust us? Like, you know?
Do you trust us enough to be shit-faced drunk?
Yeah.
If I was still drinking, I think so. Yeah. I might wake up like bruised up and maybe like missing some hair, but I know you guys.
From us or from you?
No, from you guys. Get your ass back.
I thought she meant
Like have to hold me down. Like when I would drink, it was.
I thought she meant because she like felt in the bush or something. We were gonna have to dig her out.
That's probably what happened too.
That too, but
That would happen somewhere.
it would.
Facts, that would. I
No.
think, yeah, I would.
I think so too.
I just know that there will be some funny ass videos
Yeah.
the next day
Okay,
to watch.
if that ever happens, yeah, like record because like I would want to see that.
Yeah.
But I've never been to that point. But if I did, I would trust you guys to do it. And in the past, I would not, and I would not drink like that because
See, and I feel like
I wouldn't trust them.
right. So that's me. Like if I go out and I like to drink, like I like to have a good time wherever I go and stuff. But with me, like if I don't know you or I'm not like 100% comfortable with you, I know where to stop. I know where my limit is. Compared to, and my husband will attest to this. When I'm comfortable with you and I know you and I'm with family and stuff, I go beyond my limit to the point that like, yeah.
That's a different segment. I'm just kidding. That's a different segment, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time it was,
I know where you're.
Yeah.
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 it was like
Yeah.
there was one time it was my birthday and I had went to Crocodiles and then from Crocodiles I went to Oakdale to the Battered Beaver. And I mean, it was my birthday. I got drunk. I was with my friends from the gym and then I was with my mom and my 2 sisters. And my mom took me home and I remember her calling my husband and she goes, come get your wife. She needs help getting out the car.
Bro.
And then he took me.
Come get her.
He took me in the house and I was like, I have to throw up. So he takes me to the bathroom and I'm like just sitting here like this in the toilet. But the toilet wouldn't sit up. So I kept smacking me in my head. And he's dying laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing and not holding the toilet seat up for me?
He's too busy laughing.
And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, my head hurts. Oh yeah, the toilet seat was beating my ass. So, you know.
And the thing is, like, if you guys start drinking, I would not, because I need to get us home.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how we all are. Like, if one of us is, if the other 2 are drinking, one of us is gonna be like, no, like we're gonna be the responsible one, and we're gonna stay for the other 2.
That's how and I'm like that. Like I said, I don't go out with like a lot of friends now and drink like that. But I'm like that with my sisters. Like if we're going out and we're all drinking, I will drink. Like I will have a couple
Like
drinks.
1 or 2, yeah.
But I'll stop because I feel like I have to go into big sister mode
Yeah,
and be protective. And
same.
I'm like watching them because I know how they are. I mean, if you think I'm a spitfire, those 2 have me like they have me beat.
Oh no.
You know, so like I'm always like my
Yeah.
radar goes off and I'm like, okay, I need to be in protective mode just to watch them, because like if someone looks at them wrong or something like that, and not saying like they don't have a valid reason to go off on the person,
Yeah.
but at the same time when you're intoxicated and stuff, like you just have to be
yeah.
aware of your surrounding, especially if it's like a house party or a nightclub and things like that. Friend wise, I don't think I've never had past my limit.
Me neither. I don't.
And if I
wasn't
was
trusting
if
them.
I was past my limit, I was with family.
Yeah.
You know, or like my husband was with me or something like that.
Where you
And
trust
things like
them.
that, where
yeah.
I trust them. When I think the last time when I got like drunk like that with friends, I was still working at In Shape. I was single and I went to a Halloween party and I got pretty messed up off that Halloween jungle juice. That I remember I was in my friend's house and I was like walking around. I couldn't find anywhere to go and I walked into this room and there was nobody in the room, and then I walked into a closet and sat on the floor in a closet and just like nobody came looking for me though. And then I lost my, and that's how you know it was a night, because the next day I couldn't find my cell phone, couldn't find like my purse, I couldn't find anything. Found my purse, but that cell phone was gone. And then it ended up being in my friend's car underneath her seat, which pissed me off because she was like, I checked my car. I checked it. Well, you didn't check it enough.
She must have still been drunk when she checked.
Yeah.
She probably
Didn't
was.
look right.
But I think that was the last time I got drunk, like, with friends.
Yeah.
Can you be cool or friends with a person who has not been nice or has not been nice to like the other one?
So can I be friends with one of your enemies, basically?
Basically,
Frenemy.
like a friend of me. Can you be nice or like cool with them, like with the friend of me that the other one has? I can't be that fake. Like if they don't like you, I automatically don't like that person.
Yeah.
Like even if they didn't do anything to me, they did something to you, and that means they did something to me.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I agree with that 100%. But like if they're saying hi or something, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, hi, how are you? It's more like,
Depending
You
on
know
the
what I mean?
yeah, if we're out
I'm
in
there too.
social kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like if we're, at a mall and they're kind of like, hey, like you know what I mean? Like it's like, hey, and just.
but I'm gonna
walking,
tell you
like,
right now, if I know that they don't talk to you or mess with you and I see them in Target, but they don't see me, I'm not going down that
Yeah.
same aisle.
Oh hell no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swerve.
Like if I know that there's someone that doesn't like you guys, like I don't go like, like I'm not like going out of my way and telling them like, nah, like I don't fuck with you. I'm just kind of like,
Keeping my
I'll
distance.
just fucking go the other way. It's
Yeah.
fine, like.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different. I think the scenario is a little different in different situations.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I feel like if it's someone at work, and you don't talk to them or you don't deal with them, like obviously I'm not going to be their best friend and talk to them and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, fuck, I work with this person. Like, I have to be
have to
cordial.
be
You know what I
cordial,
mean?
yeah.
But that doesn't mean being cordial with someone that that has done your
I'm
friend
not
dirty.
planning
it
days
doesn't
with
mean,
you.
Yeah.
I'm not planning days with you. I'm not trying to collaborate with you to do different things.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Like you say hi if they say hi. If they don't even say hi and they look your way, I'm like kind of like okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go out of my way.
I'm not having
if they
an
talk to you about something that's
interaction.
work related or
Even
if you're
outside
on
work,
phone-
like, oh, this new album came out. Did you hear the album? Did you like the music? It's like, the fuck? Like,
I
you
don't know
like
you
my
like that.
friend? And, like, you
Yeah.
did my friend dirty? Like, I'm not gonna fucking talk to you about this fucking album.
Yeah.
The fuck?
fuck you and your, oh no, I'm joking.
Literally just got myself all mad over here.
Whoa, she's steaming.
Whoa.
Whoa there, buddy.
No, yeah, I think it's like you said, depends on this like scenario where
Yeah.
we're at. Like, but yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way. I
No.
cannot be like fake like that where it's like, oh my god, hi, like carry a conversation. I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like also like okay, if you've been friends with someone and you I feel like you kind of know when someone's gonna be a good friend or not because you got to know them, and if you hear them like talking like mad shit about somebody else, and then you're kind of like, and then you see them go and fucking talk to them, then
like,
you're kind of
like
like
nothing happened and hanging out, and you're just
fuck.
like,
You're
whoa.
like, but you were just like talking like hella shit about that person, and now you're gonna go and like
now you're gonna go and be besties
go
and like hang out and stuff, and I'm
like
like,
that's weird.
that
I
to me
feel
is
like that's
so
how you
fake, and I
know.
feel like if you're doing that already too,
Yeah.
like that, you're doing that about me. Like,
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
I don't trust
like
you.
how can you? That's weird.
And it's
That's weird, too.
But it goes both ways. So if I don't talk to you because you're not talking to my friend, but you get mad at me for talking to someone you don't like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
you did it.
you did it. Mm-hmm. You don't like that the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me like, oh, why are you talking to them? I don't like them. Bitch, why are you talking to that hoe? I don't like her.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
Like, it's a one-way street. You get to say who I can and can't talk to. Like, no. Like, again, that 50-50. Meet me halfway.
Yeah.
Especially if you know that person did your friend so wrong.
No, and especially
So wrong.
if
Yeah.
that's supposed to be like your close friend, like a best friend, like like you don't do that. You
But
just
not even,
don't.
and even if it's not a best friend, like bestie, but it's someone that you've like
just a friend.
has been there doing some hard times in your life. Where you went and you vented to them about personal things, and then you're like, dude, this bitch did this. Can you believe it? And you're like, what the hell? And like you're like, and then 2 minutes later you find out that they're hanging out and doing stuff and planning.
Yeah, that's
like,
shady to me. Yeah.
that says a lot about your character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you can be so two-faced like that, like with me and with like and against them, and then like you go and you're talking to them like you guys are friends, it's like, dude, what? Like what? That's a big switch up. I think that no, I can't trust you.
And I'm all for owning up your stuff. Like, and when a situation happened with me not too long ago, I think I've messaged either you or both of you in between like, hey, read this and tell me if I'm wrong.
We met up.
You know what I
You
mean?
showed me.
Like, am I
Yeah.
wrong for this? Or like, and that's the thing. Like, when you have true friends, your friend, like, yeah, oh yeah, I could see their point. Like, maybe you were a little harsh, or then, you know what I mean? Like, because I'll apologize. Like, I'll own up. Just like a situation happened, and I was like, you know what? You're right. I was in the wrong. My bad. I apologize. But you're not gonna sit there and just make it seem like I'm the problem.
Yeah, like, to me, like, you're gonna try to, like, I guess see it, because just, like, okay, like, if you, I know, like, you're more, like, cutthroat, I feel like, and Jennifer's more, like, sweeter, but I know how you are, and, like, the way the person, like, came at you like that, I was already, like, pissed. I finished it, and I was pissed for you. I was like, no!
No,
And
you're
it wasn't,
not wrong. Yeah.
But and the
You were
thing
not
is,
wrong at
I
all.
wasn't just showing like her side.
yeah,
I
yeah,
showed
yeah.
my side too. Like I showed
whole thing,
everything.
yeah.
I didn't cut something out. I didn't leave anything out. Like this is from
And
where
you
it
didn't, and the
started,
thing is, you
this
didn't
from
tell
the
me
bottom.
anything about the situation.
No.
You just were like, can you read this? And then let me know your thoughts. You did not
I
do
didn't give
anything
you
else.
no extra
and
stuff.
I
yeah.
was already like, da-da-da, and we talked about it, and like, you were like, okay, like, you know, like.
But
and
you
then
were
we started
so
talking.
ready to own up to it. You know,
I
like
was.
you're
Yeah, and you didn't
genuinely
apologize. You were like,
asking.
yeah.
You're not asking so that Maria can take your side. You're
Right.
like genuinely like asking her,
Like,
hey.
what do you think of
Right.
this?
And then I
was
think
like,
when I
yeah.
got like her, when she was like, no, dude, like legit, like you're owning up, you're saying your piece, you said sorry, but this person is just like
Taking it
still
back and
coming out
stuff,
of you
yeah.
and like doing that. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I stopped responding and was like, you know what, you're toxic, you're fake as fuck, and you showed your true colors. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like you said, like those are like breakups.
Yeah.
You know,
And it sucks.
And it did, like as hard as it was, because like I said, there was, you know, an attachment there, like and stuff like that, and like I won't get too much into it, but you know, but it did. It was like, damn, like I really thought you were a real one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that just hurt. Like, damn.
It
But then
sucks.
after it happened, then like other people would be like, well, we knew that person was like that. And I was like, well, no one fucking told me.
Yeah, dude, yeah. and I get it though, because like in the past too, like, you know, past, you know, friendships and stuff like that too, there's been instances where like you have like put up with people that you knew also were like in my life, and you were like, I didn't get a good vibe, but because they were your friends, I, you know, like they
Oh,
were your
yeah.
friends, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I was not gonna
So
say
you wanna
anything,
give them
you
a
know what I mean? You wanna give them a chance, but they were like, but then after like the, you know, the breakup basically happens, you're kind of like, yeah, I didn't really care for the person, but because they were your friends, and I'm like, and I'm there for you, not for them, but like
Right.
for you.
But even
I was there
before,
and
like
stuff.
you were friends with that person, like remember I was like, I like tried to have interactions
Yeah.
with this person and like tried to befriend them and stuff, but like the vibe was just always not there. It was very like cold and like
Distant, yeah.
distant until
then, yeah.
I was hanging out with you and stuff, and then it changed a little bit. But I always got like the vibes were just always like,
Okay, so then let's unpack that. Let's talk about that part. So, when your friend has a friend and you know that they're not a good friend, like you get a feeling, how do you tell your friend that person is kind of weird? Like,
But I think we
not a
did
good
though.
friend.
I think me
See,
and another
yeah.
person did say
because
like
you don't
when
want it
it was
to
just
look like
BS.
you're just jealous and you want that friend and you
Yeah.
don't want that friend to be friends with somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
So
you
I
don't
think
wanna
what
give
you
off
had,
that
You
I
guys
think what
did,
happened
yeah.
with us is we were having lunch one day, and she kind of just voiced like, I don't know, things have been weird and off lately. And then that's when I was like, I've been wanting to say something. I've always felt,
Yeah.
you know. And then I did tell her and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to like hurt your feelings,
Yeah.
or like I don't
Yeah.
want you to hate me. And she was like, no, I totally get where you're coming
Yeah.
from. Like,
Because she was,
you know,
very much like just my friend, and like other people were like she was friends with and stuff and talked whatever, but it wasn't like she, not that she didn't like them, but it was just kind of like was in her own thing, and it was just like about me.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and,
we
it
were-
was
and we
and it
always
was a
tell her
very
that.
like toxic thing, because it was like if I was hanging out with even
Yes.
my like family, like I was hanging
was
out with my
very
cousins or
jealousy.
whatever, she would always be like very like, oh, why wasn't I there? And I'm just like, yo, like, and so then it got to the point where I wouldn't even post
Yeah.
that I was hanging out with other people.
it was
because
almost like
so-
being in a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like walking on eggshells. Like
Right.
you said, you don't
You
want to
follow-
feel like you're
right.
walking on eggshells in
Right.
a friendship. But then when did you feel comfortable enough
When I
to
brought it
tell
up.
her?
when she brought it up.
Yeah.
When I was like, hey, I feel
Yeah.
a little weird, you know, like I don't know,
'Cause you
there's
started
something off
noticing
about
it
her.
on your own, so
and
then
then
you're
that's when
like-
she was like, yeah, and then she like stepped in. She's like, no, like you're it's valid. Like I've
Yeah.
been feeling like this, you know, and stuff like that. But
Because
I feel like
you have to wait for them to be able to
To
say
realize
it,
it.
to say it, right? Like I can't say
Because
from the
then-
get-go because my experience with that person is going to be different than what she experienced because they have a different bond, a different connection.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, once she was like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my opportunity. If I don't say it now, I'm never going to say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's when I think everything kind of
domino affected it.
But I think it's the same thing when Maria and you started hanging out. Like, yeah, me and Maria hung out before. We had lunch before. We did all this other stuff, right? And then when she kind of went to a different grade, I didn't get to see her as much, right? Before we had, our schedules were pretty much matched. So our breaks were together, our lunches were together, like all that was together. My schedule changed.
Yeah,
I couldn't
Yours
change
changed
mine.
at the same time that hers changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like
You
we
guys both-
changed together.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a dramatic change to be like, when we saw each other in the hall, we didn't acknowledge each other.
Yeah.
Or we didn't talk to each other. And, you know, I remember, like, there was times when I would go to the lounge to eat. And, like, your guys' table would be full, right? And it wasn't because, like, oh, Maria had you as a new friend, right? You guys just all had the same lunch time, right? So you guys all went in together. You guys all sit down together. So I would go in. I would sit as close as I could to you guys.
Yeah.
By the next table and stuff. But in that time, I was locked in on my
You're reading
reading.
the books, yeah.
You were in the tandem, I
So,
think.
like, I wasn't, like, worried about anything around me, not even to be
Yeah.
rude. Like, I would say hi, and
Yeah.
I would sit down and start my reading.
And we're like, we'll make
stuff.
space, and you're like, no, I'm reading. And
Yeah.
we're like,
Yeah,
cool. Like, we'll leave you alone. We're
Yeah,
like, cool.
like, I was, like, focused. But not one time did I be like, oh, Maria, like, just doesn't care, like, because she has Jennifer now.
Well, see, like, okay,
You
so
know?
then that's when it's, like, really hard for me because, like, I knew that you guys are friends and that I didn't want to overstep and I didn't want, like, you to feel like I'm taking your friend away and I didn't want, like, you know? So, like, we had our Alani thing, right? So I remember, like, one day, like, okay, we're there, and then you walked in, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And then, like, I think I had given you some of the new Winter Wonderland.
Yes.
That I found, and I
Yes.
was like, oh my god! And like, I poured half of it in a cup for you so you could try it
Yeah.
because, like, I know, like, that was, like, we'd always be talking about our drinks, and so I don't know, like, I just always wanted to make sure, like, I'm not trying to take anybody's friend, but
Yeah.
and
but that's
maybe
how
it
ours
didn't seem like
started.
that.
It was just with the Alanis.
yeah.
Like, it had nothing to do with Maria,
Yeah.
like, or like, oh, you talked to Maria or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was the Alani.
You guys
It
had a
was,
bond-
it was
different
even
thing,
before
yeah.
like me and her were really good friends.
Yeah.
Like, we were bonding on that.
And
we
then
were
you would
talking
be like,
books.
oh, I'll let you know where I find
Yeah.
the Witch's Brew at, because I was telling you how much that was my favorite and I loved it and
yeah.
all that and stuff like that. And then I think one day I was walking and you had came out of your room. I think you were going to the lounge to make copies and you had stopped me. You were like, hey, Maria told me you were reading this. And then you were like, how do you like it so far? And then I was like, oh, I really like it and da-da-da. And then from there, it just was like,
Yeah.
we started talking about the books and stuff. Like, we still talked about the Alanis.
Yeah.
Because then when you would be like, hey, GNC. You would be like,
GNC.
GNC has the Witch's Brew, or they have
supplement
this.
shop, yeah.
And stuff like that. Like, you would tell me things about that. But I
Yeah.
felt like it was that. And I feel like that's what people need to understand. Like, you can have more than one friend, right?
Yeah.
Like, me and her were friends. She moved, she made another friend. That became my friend.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's that. But imagine if it was opposite. You guys were friends and you were trying to talk to me, and I was like, the fuck? You think because you talked to Maria, you could talk to me?
I feel like I
You know what I mean?
She fell in her back.
no, but that actually happened. Not with you.
I was like, not with me.
No, it's
Like,
not.
oh,
You
I know.
were
you're talking-
always
yeah.
so friendly, and always so welcoming, and I was cool. You know?
Not with me.
No.
You're
it
going
was
in the pool
not
now.
you. Not you. It was, but like, and it feels really uncomfortable.
But you met that person, and I'm telling you, like, it was like that with both of those friends, and it was like, dude, like, I'm not like.
Don't make it so toxic.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship, and
Yeah.
I've never been in one, like, you know what I mean? And it was just like very like, I was walking on eggshells. I felt like I couldn't talk to you because of it, like, you know. And it was kind of like,
I
and
also
I
felt
was
like-
embarrassed, dude.
Yeah.
I was so freaking embarrassed when that situation happened, because I was like, dude, like, you did not just like roll your eyes and just like pretend like she wasn't even there. Like, that's fucked.
yeah,
That's
no.
so fucked up.
And then
dude.
that's when my feeling. I'm already an overthinker. I'm
Yeah,
already
you are.
anxious as it is. Like, it takes everything in me, like all my courage, to like say something when I'm barely getting to know someone. So like after that fucking happened, I was like,
I'm
well,
done.
Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is why I don't talk to
Yeah.
people.
Because I think it was like a month or two after that we weren't really that situation happened and we weren't talking.
Yeah.
And then eventually she ended up like leaving or whatever. And then
And then I did bring it up to you, and I was like, I don't know if like you caught that, but like,
yeah, and I was like,
thought
I
it
did. I
kinda
am so, and I was like,
weird.
I'm so sorry. Like, you know, she was just very like, you know,
Yeah.
and we talked about it. But in the moment, it was like,
But
I was
even-
embarrassed. Dude,
Yeah,
like,
but I
at
felt
that
like
point.
with that situation with those friends, like, you're right, you were on eggshells, because I remember saying like, hey, we should totally go and do this, but it was just me, you, and one other person that were
Yeah.
planning it, and then you would be like, hey, do you mind if I invite because
Yeah.
like I don't want it to be awkward or like them mad at me. And it was like, you should never have to feel like that
Yeah.
with
And
your
that's how I
friends.
felt.
For instance, when my husband was out of state, country, when he was in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
you messaged and was like, hey, you want to meet up? You want to go out? You know, we can go walking
Well, it's
and
'cause
things
also
like that.
you were going through it.
Yeah.
It was a lot for you, and you had mentioned like that you needed kind of like not that you needed.
I was
to,
like, he's gone,
leave.
and like I need something to keep mine
Yeah.
busy because like if not, then
But
I'm
you
worried
weren't
about
asking
him.
to hang out with me. You
Right.
were just kind of like, oh,
I was
like
venting.
I just you were just venting, and you were venting to us and stuff, and we were like keeping up with you and like checking
Yeah.
in and everything. And I remember I had plans with my brothers. I don't know if I ever told you. I had plans with my brothers that day to hang out. We, for like a week we had plans and stuff. And I woke up and I think I had messaged you and you were like, oh yeah, everything's good, whatever. And I was just kind of like, the way you messaged it was not like you. And I was like, oh no, there's something there. I was
Yeah.
like, no. And so then I texted my brothers. I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm canceling on you guys. My friend needs me right now. Is it cool if we reschedule? And they were like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
And then,
Because I remember you're like, I'm on my way. And it wasn't even like,
Yeah, and I was
do you
like,
want to?
oh.
She's like, I'm on my way. And I was like, oh, are you sure? And she's like, yep, be ready. And I
and I
was
was like,
like,
do you want to go to the mall or something
Yeah.
like that? And then you're like, yeah. And I'm like, cool, I'm on my way.
and I remember I was just like laying in bed still. And then I was telling the kids, I'm leaving. And they're like, wait, where are you going?
Well, because I was getting ready to hang out with my brothers, and
Yeah.
then that's when I was like, when I felt it off, I was like, no, I think she needs to, and I was like, nah, and I canceled on my brothers.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and then
nope.
we did. We went to the mall. We sat and chat. I was able to let things off. And then like we, and it was just very like, it was easy. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like, oh, dang, I said that and I probably shouldn't because it might come back to bite me in the ass. And you should never feel like that. You should never feel like you're telling your friend something. But I do remember when we were sitting down at Cinnabon and
Yeah.
we were like talking and stuff. And then I was like, is Jennifer gonna kill me?
No, I totally understood. And like even when you were going through that, like I remember also texting and I'm like, if you need anything, like
No,
and
yeah,
I
you
always
definitely
like,
text.
if
You
you
were
need
like-
anything, like we're here for you. You know, like because I know like, and I even
Yeah.
told Oscar, I'm like, is that weird? Because like I'm literally just
I know.
calling her in already.
Yeah.
I'm like, but,
what do I got to do with this? I'm just kidding.
but like we're here for you because like I know that like.
And then
he's
I was
there for
texting
you
like
all
that
the
too,
time.
though, like,
She's
we're
like,
here
yeah,
for
we
you.
are. Like if you need anything, let us know,
Yeah.
right?
And,
But then-
and you both did. Like the whole time he was gone, you guys were like
checking in and
checking in
everything,
and
yeah.
stuff like that and all that. Like if you need something, let us know or anything like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like other
Well, like-
people that I considered friends,
Yeah.
close friends, none of them reached out during that time.
Yeah, and see, like I knew that were we already talking about the podcast? I don't know. No, right?
The podcast wasn't even a thing
Yeah,
then.
and I don't think that we were like super close, but I still felt like, well, like, dude, we have a group chat, like we're,
Yeah.
like I'm
Yeah.
still gonna.
We did already do our trip.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
we did already
for
have our
sure.
trip.
Yeah, but like I also felt like I totally like don't like I wouldn't get upset if I'm not like, even though I've said like we're here for you,
Mm-hmm.
like if you guys hang out, I totally get it because like I'm not like. I don't know, like you've just been with her longer, so
Yeah.
like
But that's like how I said like earlier,
totally,
like I don't
get
get
that.
if I see like you guys posting
Yeah.
and you guys are at Pinecrest or
Yeah,
like on a
yeah.
hike and I'm not getting upset because that's your guys' thing, right?
Yeah.
Each friend has something to bond. Like all three of us have our books,
Yeah.
right? But we all know like when it comes to Disney, you're like, that's you two right there.
Yeah.
Like you two are freaking.
Yeah.
When it comes to Potter,
yeah.
Did
you know what I
have
mean?
something that weekend?
I think you did. I think you did because I remember like you said that she. I was like, oh, where's Jennifer? And then you're like, she had something. I don't remember what you had,
I don't think I had anything.
but I think you did.
No, because you guys are my only friends.
No, but I
like,
think it was family
the gym
thing or something.
I think it was something. 'Cause
I always have gym.
no,
I go
know.
every day.
No, I know you do. But like,
Faithfully.
I think you were going to the gym or something
Because it was pretty early. It was like
yeah.
10, 11.
No.
on a weekend. Why didn't you go? I'm just kidding. I didn't.
Yeah, so why didn't
no
you
one
go?
told me.
Because I do remember I was like, Jennifer's going to kill me. I don't want my body to be found. My husband doesn't want to come back to find a body.
No.
But that's what
I
I'm
totally
saying.
get
Like, people, you have those different things. Like, if you guys are going, same thing with Disney. Remember, like, when you guys were like, oh, do you mind if we're going to, girl, go.
Go. Go to the gym.
I am supporting you emotionally in my sleep. I'm
Yeah.
cheering for you guys in my sleep. You can
Yeah.
do it. 100 squats. Like there's different things.
You didn't have anything. I think it was the reason I messaged her personally was because of the mutual friend we had, and it was stuff that had happened. And
Yes.
I don't know if you wanted her to know. So
That's right.
And I totally, like,
yeah.
I think
That's
that's-
I was like, why didn't Jennifer go? But
I
it
think
was-
that's why
yeah,
because I did text you on the side about
that
when
About a situation.
about the situation when I told that person what had happened, and it was more made about them than about like, oh my
and
gosh,
I didn't know
I'm
if you
here
wanted
for
her to know, because like you said, we were
still like,
yeah. No,
that's what it was.
I totally understand, but
And
I
I was
still
like,
felt
oh.
like I wanted to let you know, like, I'm here for you, even
No,
though
yeah.
we just
But
No, and I knew you
And you
would.
always
I knew you
checked
would
in.
be, but I don't know how she felt about like.
No,
you know
I
what
totally
I mean?
get it.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand.
And I know you don't like being in like these situations. I was like, well, it's her thing, and I'm like, she needs to vent, and she needs to do all this, and all that.
Yeah.
No, I totally.
And that's what it was.
I get it.
But the whole time, just so you know, we were thinking of you.
Dude, every time we went, we're like, oh, Jennifer.
I think we stopped at like Barnes, and I was
did.
like, oh, this looks like a Jennifer book.
Well, like, did you ever feel? Because I know you had said like you felt like you couldn't post certain things. Did you ever feel like that with like our friendships?
No,
Like with us?
no.
Because like
I think.
it's like not supposed to feel like that. You're not
No, because
supposed
I
to
feel like I posted when we hung out and everything. And I
Yeah.
posted us hanging out and stuff, and I didn't feel like that anymore because you guys don't give me that vibe. Like you guys have never been like, I know we jokes and stuff like that, but it has never been like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like also like now I'm at the point where I'm like, it's happened in the past multiple times where I feel like that, so I'm like not posting what I'm doing, and I just like posting for myself, like to keep a time on what I do. And
I do notice that your posts change though. Like I do notice, like, because I've had you on, social media for a while, that I've known that your posts changed from when you were friends with those people to like how your posts were, and then how you kind of like weren't posting as much.
Mm-hmm.
And then now like you're back to getting back into that rhythm of like posting and like.
I like posting. I'm saying like I don't care if one person likes it, two people like it. It's more for me because then I like going back and I'm like, oh my god, I did that. Oh my god, I did that. Like,
I love when the memories pop up and you're like,
yeah.
And it's so funny that you say that. Actually, Facebook yesterday, I had posted Ava's graduation and all that stuff. And then I went to my memories, and a memory popped up where it was a few years, and the kids took a picture with one of the teachers, all my kids' kinder teacher, that's no longer at our school anymore. But they took a picture with her, and they're all wearing their tie-dye Learning Lab shirts. And then I was like, oh my gosh, those are the shirts they made with Maria.
And you know what's so crazy that you guys talked about that
Yes.
in the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the first episode was, that came out yesterday, and then it was like, and it was
That's so
just so
funny.
weird how it just like all happened.
But no, I honestly like I like I said, I like posting and stuff like that, and I feel like now I'm at the point too where it's like I don't care if people get upset or mad or whatever, because it's like, dude, at the end of the day, I'm like, someone's gonna like hate it regardless, and like we're really good friends, and like you said, we're like the only friends, like, you know what I mean, like we have, and like we're not getting mad.
Yeah.
That's how friendship. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
No, it should. It should
You
be
shouldn't
like
have
that.
to feel like you're scared or
Oh, yo, Spider, why are you trying to get my pretzels?
like I did have a friend that actually literally like broke up with me through text, and like, which I'm kind of like,
Let's kill
wow.
him.
In a way, it's like very like mature of them, right? To like tell me like we can't be friends anymore.
But that's so weird.
But it's also like, whoa, what the fuck? You got mad because I was posting pictures and gym pictures with someone that I worked with at the time, because like, like when you have a work friend, like you guys see each other so much, so you guys can actually hang out. But then outside of work, it's like life is busy.
Yeah.
And like I have my son, and they had their kids, but I also have a full-time like job, and so then I wouldn't get off till 5:30. My brain was fried after that.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I have to do like the house stuff I have to do, plus my son. I can't be like hanging out just like anytime, I'm exhausted.
The schedules are different, yeah.
Like I'm literally like depressed. I was like in like the worst, like so freaking depressed. And like she got mad at me because like I wouldn't make time for her. And I knew that she was getting upset with me, and then they would start posting like little
like jabs.
Yeah, like, oh, real friends and stuff. But like I don't feel like I was doing anything wrong.
You
but
weren't.
Yeah. It got to the point where it felt like very like uncomfortable, and so I did end up blocking them. And I feel like at that point I fucked up because I should have said something instead of just fucking blocking them,
Yeah.
And then she found out that I blocked her. She then sent me a message, and she's all like, oh, I know that you blocked me, and like I know that you don't want to hang out with me, you don't make time for me, and this and that. And
that's
like,
a breakup.
Oh man, like I felt really bad, and like I never messaged back because I think she has a right to feel that way, but also like I don't think she really saw it
from your way.
Yeah. Especially like
it was just a one-way street.
That I was like as like depressed as I was. Like I understood her, and I knew she wanted attention and she needed attention, but I couldn't give it to her. Like I just wasn't there. Like mentally, I'm not there. When can I hang out? I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to do anything when I get home from
That's
work.
kind of
I can't
how.
talk.
Yeah.
no brain.
Yeah, you checked out.
Yeah.
And I felt like that happened to me when like during my kids' like sports season, like football, cheer, extracurriculum, you know, like
You get busy.
Anthony had drama and stuff when he was in high school, like all that thing. So like I always felt like, and like Maria would joke with me a lot because she would be like, oh, I want to plan this and do that and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I have this, and then she would always be like, tell me the days you're available then.
Yeah.
You know, and then I knew she was joking, so it didn't really hurt me, but then I would feel bad because I'm like, dang, like she does, like, I want to go hang out with my friends.
I know, yeah.
But like, you know, you have other obligations and things like that to do, so like,
yeah.
or even recently, like when things were happening and stuff like that, and then I was like, guys, after May, I'm available all the time. You know, like my schedule's opened up. We're done with this. We're done with that. You know, and it's like that little breather. You know, but it's like I don't think people really get it or understand how busy life gets, especially when you're a mom.
Yeah.
And it's not about like, well, you know, because everyone's like, when I'm like, oh, I have to get, well, what about your husband? It's like,
I find it hard to
just
balance
because
it all.
you know, just because I have my husband doesn't mean like I'm gonna be out all the time. You know what I mean? Like
With that too, like those friends and stuff, they didn't have
Spouses.
their person. Yeah, they didn't have a spouse. They didn't have a person or whatever. So it was also very like I'll be like sometimes. And the thing is, like I'm a person that like if I go to a party with my husband, he goes off with my brothers or he goes off with this like it's a friend thing or like he goes off with my uncles, like whatever. Like he goes off on his thing and I go do my thing. Like I'm not like right there, like, you know, when we eat together like at the parties, but he goes do his thing and I go do my thing. I go with my aunts, with my mom, whatever, and I'm not like right there with him. And so with all that, like with anything, I'm just like not with him 24/7.
I think that's very healthy.
But sometimes like we need a date night or whatever, you know. And I remember during those friendships, like I would be like, he finally has a day off, you know, like usually it was like these Saturdays or Sundays or whatever day he had off because it always changed the schedule. And I'd be like, oh, that's his day, you know what I mean? And then I like plan or whatever, and then they get upset because I'm hanging out. But I'm like, dude, I literally hung out with you yesterday, or I hung out with you all
you're
weekend.
like, this is
or
my
you know what I mean?
husband, though.
And then they get all upset, and I'm just like, dude, but like. And like I said, it felt like such a toxic relationship because I'm like, dude, like I'm sorry, like you feel that I'm not hanging out with you as much. We see each other all the time 100%. And like all this stuff, and it was just a very like weird. I remember this one instance that I was just like, what the hell? Like I text this person and talk and whatever, like, you know, frequently, you know, like we do all the time too. And I remember I was going on like I think it was our anniversary trip, and we go for like a week. And so then I was packing everything and I'm like all excited and I was, you know, telling them how excited I was. And then I was all like, yeah, so I'm probably gonna be on D&D for a bit because, you know, obviously I'm gonna be spending with my husband. And she was just like, yeah, whatever, like you're probably gonna call me because you always call me. And I was just kind of like, yo, like even if I did to talk to you about whatever, like, you know what I mean, like why
say it like that?
Yeah.
And now I'm not gonna call you at all because
exactly. That's how I thought. I was like, and if I did want to call you or text you or whatever, I'm not because
now.
like, you know. And I'm like, what the hell? And it just felt like that. And I'm just like, dude, like I know she probably
like they want to
like,
make themselves like super important in your life.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't live without them and shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, like, yeah, like you're really important to me, but like, dude, like it's not the same. And I know she was not in a good spot, and like, I hope she's doing well. Like, by all means, I don't wish her like nothing bad, but like I know she was in a good spot. I know she would always talk about like how she didn't have her person or how like she wasn't where she was wanting to be and all that stuff. But I'm like, but don't take that out on me. Like if you're not living where you think you should, you know what I mean? Like, or what you deserve or whatever like the case was, because wouldn't talk like that. She was very closed off. So it's like, what? Don't take it out on me for like you believing that stuff or whatever. Like, I have nothing to do with it, you know. But it was just like little things like that I was kind of like, you're not a friend. Towards the end, I think it was more so like her every time we talked, it was more like about herself and about her situations, and I was just like listening, and then if like something was happening, I'd tell her, and then she'd just be like, anyways, about me, like, and it was just like always about her, and I'm just like, okay, cool. And I was like, it was super toxic, super bad, and I was like, when it ended, I felt like, well, when it started drifting or whatever, it didn't feel like we broke up. It felt more like a
weight off your chest.
Yeah, I was like I could breathe. Like, dude, and it's so bad to say, but like that's how I felt. I felt how, like, suffocated, dude.
But that's how people feel like in abusive relationships.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, abuse is mental, physical, you know, things like that. But like that's literally like what you feel like when you finally break free of that person that like weighs you down and just like starts making you think like, wait, am I the problem?
Dude, and
Is
I
it
did
me?
think, like, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when you cut that tie and you're like, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like you want, it's almost like you want to go like celebrate, you know, because you like broke ties from that and you're like not there.
And when it happened too, because I've had friendships like that, like, where I always feel like that. I'm just like, am I the problem? Is it me? Is it like, am I causing something? Is it like, am I the problem? It would be like, I don't know.
guys.
It just felt very like, I don't know. I've lost a lot of friends in the past, and it's just always been like, is it me? Did I do something? But then I'm like, dude, I fucking read. Like, what is there to like be jealous of? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I go to work, I read. Go
Yeah,
to work,
dude, it's like literally,
And I
like,
think
I
at
don't
that time
do
you were
anything.
working 2 jobs, right?
yeah.
Because you were working at the restaurant still at that time.
I feel like it's just because at that point, people that are not happy with themselves can't be happy for others.
What is that saying? Misery loves company, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And I was just like, dude, and when the last friendship happened, we went, like, me and you, because of the incident too, and then I lost them. Like, I would talk to you here and there, but it was just very like, oh, cool, like, you know, and that was it. And part of me was like, I don't want to like I know we were gonna be friends, but I was like, do I?
You were
like,
scared to doing that opening up
again
and all that
going
stuff,
through it.
yeah.
I'm just like, I know you wouldn't, but and I knew you wouldn't.
No,
like, I
but
knew
I
you
felt
wouldn't.
because-
But I was just like, I
yeah.
don't know. Like, am I gonna like? Is it gonna happen again? Like, because that's what I thought. Like, you know, just like all these thoughts and stuff. And then finally one day I was like, you know, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna let that scare me or put me
making
down
new
from making new
friends, yeah.
friends and like, you know what I mean?
And
Like,
friendships that are going to
yeah.
last a long time, right? And stuff like that. Because it's, there are friendships that end is like a breakup. But making new friends is like a new relationship. Investing that time to get to know that person, communicating, see if you guys even
Mesh and
like
yeah.
the same things. It's all hand in hand.
Yeah.
So like to be like that, to be like, dude, like,
Yeah.
I want to be her friend, but at the same time, like, like, because of what happened before, like, what if it happens again? Like PTSD, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. And sometimes, like you said, like, you're like, fuck it. You got to take that risk and be
Yeah.
like, hope I don't get burned twice.
Yeah.
And she didn't.
I know, and I got
And
new
they're
some
best
friends. And it's so
Besties for
crazy
the
because with
Westies.
like past friends, dude, I never really said that. You've
No.
never heard me say that.
No.
Ever, dude.
Yeah.
And like with you, like since like not the beginning, it was probably like
She
a
also
month
never
in,
put
dude.
anyone's face on the shirt.
I don't wear people's faces on my. No, dude, for real, like it
that's
like
what it
it
felt too,
felt
like-
right away, like, and I was just like, dang, and I was like, I think it's too soon, dude. I literally was like, it's too soon to say like bestie because it's just gonna be like, the fuck, we're not that close.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sweetie, you thought we were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay. But then so like on like when I would write for I think for Christmas when we gave each other gifts or whatever,
Yeah.
it was just kind of like the end like
I feel like-
sincerely, you know what I mean? But I want to put your
I feel
bestie,
like
you know what I mean?
In
I was like,
our like little cards that we would give each other, we would always like talk about like how grateful we were to have each other.
Yeah.
You know, but like
Like
we
a
were
friend?
always
Like a-
scared.
yeah.
We were always scared to be like, oh, like that's like my best friend. You know?
yeah. And
But
I think I did it first. I
I
think I
don't
was like,
know. I don't really
we
remember.
have to go back and like
It's
look
like
at
who
the
said I
album.
love you first.
Yeah,
I don't
who said
know.
I love you first?
I don't know. I feel
My
like maybe
husband.
like I feel like I said it jokingly, but not
Yeah.
jokingly.
And
And then
you guys
I
like
wrote.
went
I remember
through-
writing it down, and I put like your bestie, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like
yeah.
the next. I
And then, like-
remember the next day you were like, oh hey bestie, and like it just went from there.
Yeah.
And I never introduced people like that,
No, I was saying.
and she knows I never
Yeah,
did.
no, same because when I had a friend and she was like, she said she already had a best friend, so she can't have a best friend. So I was like, okay, cool, like I respect it. But then it's always like, oh, like I never knew what it felt like to have a best friend.
No, you did.
Like, and it's so sad. I just want girlfriends. The fuck?
But with the other one, she was very like possessive. Like, she'd be like, she's my best friend, and I'm just like, oh, yo, like cool, like, all the
Yeah.
time.
I never said it back.
Well, it was even weird because like we would do like little gift exchange for like Secret Santa and stuff. And I think I got Maria one year, and like I was like, oh gosh. Not that I got
That's a horrible
Maria,
feeling. Yeah,
but
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like
Like the
that
drama.
person is then
Yeah.
like I nothing that says we're besties, nothing that says we're this close, like
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
like
And she did that with everybody. It was weird.
Yeah.
And everyone just kind of be like, okay, like,
yeah,
cool
it's very
beans. You know what I mean? Like, but it was like very possessive, and yeah, it wasn't a toxic
Yeah, that's not
relationship.
a good.
But you're like, but you can't have any friends.
But you can't have friends
But she
anymore.
jokes about it. We know she's not
Yeah.
like
No, I know.
serious
I know
about
my
it.
friend's very social. Honestly, I feel like if one of us wasn't like social, we wouldn't have more friends. Like, I think I've made friends because of you. Because I'm very like quiet. Literally, Mercy. And that's how we're friends.
She's
because
one of
Maria
us.
And I love that about Maria. Like, I love that she could talk to other people and like
They
make
hated
friends
that.
with them. No, but I love that about you. I'm like, dude, that's so cool because I'm literally
hated
like
that.
the little like
Who
quiet
do
one
you
over
think you
here,
are?
and then
Yeah.
like you can just talk to anybody, and then Marzi can joke with anyone.
Facts.
Yeah.
But I can
And, like,
also beat your ass.
The way
too.
that she jokes is not even like you don't get mad. It's like
You're like, sorry.
she's just like
I'm funny,
easygoing.
guys.
Yeah.
I told my husband that last night when we were watching the first podcast. I was like, I'm so funny. And he's like, yeah, you think? And I was like,
No,
and
she's
then-
funny.
And then he was
funny.
like,
My
he's-
friend's funny.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
all, where
don't
do you
be
think-
mean to her.
Where do you think you get it from me? And I was all,
Oh, we're going to fight your
just
husband?
rain on my parade. That concludes
We gotta go get
this
ready.
episode of friendships and drama, what to do, what not to do, what to look for in a friend.
And you know what? I don't even think this was enough. I think we need to do another segment on this. That
And
was a lot.
I
So,
think we will
part
come
two.
back and do a part 2.
Leave.
We love you guys, but unfortunately, we need to hop our booties off because we have to get ready.
We
to
got
go
a friend
out.
gonna wait for us. Like,
So we literally, guys, it's 5:27. We were supposed to leave here at 5:30. So we still have to go back to my house
get ready.
Get
'cause
ready.
We're not going out like this.
and then dip out. So like, subscribe,
Also,
comment
if
your
you have
thoughts.
any other questions about friends or you have scenarios of things that you guys have gone through or whatever, and you want to share them with us and you want us to talk about it, like let us know. Like we're here.
Yeah, facts.
We've lived a long life.
Tell us your toxic friendships
We've gone through
or
a
your
lot of
good
friends.
ones.
Yeah.
Yes,
Either
talk
one.
about good ones because like
Don't make us look so bad.
Well, that's all for
Today.
today, and we'll talk to you guys again really soon.
Bye. Oh my god.
Jennifer still has to charge her fucking phone.
My phone's
Melissa. I want it now.